Hello and welcome to Victoriana. It's the beginning of April, or actually it's quite a few days into the beginning of April. We're a bit behind as usual at this time of year in that we're so busy, not helped by the fact that spring has been late for this year and Easter's early, but I think we're sort of starting to catch up. Awful lot going on all around the nursery. At the moment I'm doing some potting up some of our chilies. And then we've got to go on to potting tomatoes, and yeah, lots and lots to do at the moment, so I'll give you a quick run round. So this prolonged dry spell has meant that we've actually been able to get out onto the veg garden, start sorting it out. Beds have been dug over and cleared, and Salvatore's just doing the last pass with the rotavator. The asparagus beds have been weeded off and had a little touch up with some manure. We haven't got any asparagus yet, but we're still getting frost at night, so that's quite fine. Brassica cage, we've still got some kale in there, so we'll leave that going for a little bit more. It's just about edible, and we're ready to get the spuds in next week as well. So all in all, veg garden is caught right up now, and we're pretty happy. So up here in the top field, mid-March we managed to get the vines in. Obviously we've got to put all the posts and strainers in, but we now have our little mini vineyard, and Rob and Son are putting up our new rabbit fence as well. We've decided to re-fence this area. The old fence is getting a bit tired and was letting in more rabbits than it was keeping out, and so that will mean once that's all done we can get the other area tidied up way over there and start thinking about getting some fruit in. So here in the veg tunnel, we're just about starting to clear out. We're getting the grates out that we've been overwintering in here, and starting to make a bit of space for bringing in some veg. Won't be too long before we start thinking about tomatoes and chilies in here. Meantime we've got some strawberries, which obviously will give us some nice fresh strawberries early on. The asparagus tubs, which in fairness are getting a bit tired now, but they're starting to produce spears. And outside here obviously we've got things like radish and turnips ready to pull straight in as soon as we're emptied and tidied up. So yeah, the veg tunnel is going to turn back into a veg tunnel. Up here in the top house we are pretty rammed actually. We've got an awful lot underway, a lot of young herbs underway, a lot of veg plants that are making their way from the other house up to here and then outside for hardening before sales. Onions and leeks are coming on nicely, they're over there somewhere, and yeah, it's just a case of getting everything moved around, ventilating hard so that we can keep the temperature down, and all in all, yeah, no, busy time up here. So out here in the cell area, we're also pretty chocker. Here in the veg cage, which keeps our friendly pigeons off all our young veg plants, we've got good crops of all sorts of brassicas and lettuce and peas and all sorts of other things. Still getting hard frost, so it's nice to know that anything from us is fully hardened off, and yeah, all in all, we're pretty chocker. We did just about get the shrub beds all sorted out for Easter. As I said before, Easter was early, spring's been late, but no, we're just about sorted out here, and all the soft fruits that we've potted are starting to break into bud, and similarly all our fruit trees way up there, all potted, they're breaking into bud and coming along nicely, and as I speak we're moving out grapes, so we'll be pretty full up out here by the end of the day, I should think. Down here in the flower area, we haven't done much yet. Salvatore's taken out a big trench, we've put some fresh manure in there, and then we're going to top that back with the soil. Obviously we won't incorporate the two together because the fresh manure is just a little bit strong, but the sweet peas will find their way into that later on and be very cheerful. But other than that, no, not much yet. The prims are looking quite pretty, so we're going to leave them looking pretty for the minute, and then we can have a move around, and I think we're going to have the chrysanthemums down this end as well this year. So I'll finish off for April here in the prop. Like everywhere else, it's pretty chocker. We seem to clear out one bed, fill it back up the following day, and keep on going round and round in circles. As I say, busy time for us, and over there are our tomatoes and chilies for our tomato day and for our chili day and all our seed production for the year ahead. So busy weeks and months ahead, and I will catch up with you the beginning of May.